See, you just want to fucking fight. You just got so I should know when you say I'm bored, I need to be on the fucking ready to have my dude cook. But I just need to be prepared that you're gonna say whatever you need to say to get a fucking argument. Well, what? I don't know. I just said I don't know. You don't know, do you? I still do. I don't know why. I don't know why either.
I gotta turn some of these calls off. Holy crap. I mean, they're insane. Oh yeah, okay, Mandy. Oh God. Hey, Forest Friend. What is this notification? Hang on. Pirate. Sorry, guys. I just jumped on here just to see if anyone was around because I am completely blown away by these phone calls. How could anybody think she's a normal person? I mean, for real. She's insane. I mean, from everything from like incriminating herself to like disgusting conversations with a guy who was arrested for a CSAM. There's no end or no, she couldn't sink any lower, yet she does. It's wild. Just when you think, it's like, oh, she can't get any worse than that. Boom. She gets worse. She gets a lot worse. Sergi thinks, oh, it's so disgusting for us. It's like, and again, anything from like incriminating herself and basically saying, yeah, she did it. They just had to come up with a story, to these just disgusting phone calls she has with people. Like a little thing with, she mentioned something about Melissa Moore and her husband going to a Schmeck's club. And she talked about it very, very eloquently and very, didn't bother her at all, wasn't embarrassed. So, oh, thank you for the cork. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just jumping on here. I am gonna go work out. Hey, Trailblazer, I am gonna go hit the tread and outside. It's too hot for a run. I can walk outside, but it's too hot for a run. Hang on. I know you didn't mean to come up. Oh, sorry, Trailblazer. I didn't mean to invite you. I know you normally don't come up. I'm just so blown away by how low and how dark this. I mean, of course it was dark. Everything. It's been dark from the beginning, but this is a whole new level of just depravity. Wait, Hades' picture keeps coming up. I should. Interest. Thank you. I'm waiting for this era. I'll invite Haiti, see if she's around. Because I can't stay too long. And the fact that she was talking to so many guys while she was married to Ryan. But Ryan is handling this like crap too. He doesn't, I mean, he's taking zero accountability, zero responsibility. It's all someone else's fault. And he deleted his apology, which was good because the apology was the typical apology of someone who's not sorry. I have From the Trees and Forest Friend in here. Yeah, grandma's babies. Yeah, it's super. It's just, again, just when you think things couldn't get any worse, they get worse. And they're just highly disturbing. It's not just people being petty and going, oh, that's gross. No, it's gross. It is gross. Oh, grandma's babies. I'm just talking about the plethora of Gypsy Rose jail calls. I mean, everything from saying, admitting she was guilty to having these absolutely disgusting conversations with certified child predators. I mean, name it, she's doing it. Sorry, I always get a little distracted while I'm on here. Got a promotion, so I'm not going to be on as much, which is good. Oh, thank you for reminding me on that one. Yes, I'm going to be famous like Casey Anthony. She was all excited. She really thought she was going to come out as this celebrity schmurderer, and people were going to love her. And I do remember when she first got out, she's like, "Oh, everybody's gone Jip crazy." I don't know where. Some of these, I think some of them are in prison. Yeah. Oh no, never does she talk about her mom or cry about her mom or talk about abuse or nothing, nothing. It's because she. I invited you again, Trailblazer. Sorry. she because she didn't care. She said she was guilty. She's like, yeah, I'm guilty. She's like, I'm guilty. So they had to come up with the story. She, what an idiot too to be talking like that. I mean, they only tell you like, oh my God, Trailblazer, I keep inviting you. I'm so sorry. Every time. Sorry, I got to stop doing two things at once here. I'm looking at my work email. Even though I'm not at work today, but it'll be tomorrow. It's tax-free weekend here in Massachusetts, so anything, the cap is $2,500. So if anything costs $2,500 or less, it's tax-free. So there's a big hype. We're all excited. All right. Yeah, I just don't understand how anybody could still defend this behavior. Or would be cool with this. If I found out any of my friends did or say something like that, oh my God. She was gonna be rich, and I guess she came out with $250,000. That's, yeah, listen, it's a lot of money, not dissing it, but if you don't know how to handle that amount of money, you're gonna blow through that really quickly. Life is expensive. So, especially with a baby. And that baby should be put before glow talks and extensions. Even if it's putting away something for her later in life. Maybe not buying a toy or something. Hey, Coco. The phone call, my head is spinning from the phone calls. And look, again, I've been at work, but thank you, darling. I've been at work, but so I'm like catching up, and it's just, one was so bad, Case had to go live for a second last night. Oh, she doesn't do anything for the baby. She doesn't do anything for anybody else. When was the last time we saw her do anything for anybody? Seriously. It's, oh yes, and the Ryans, yeah. More and more disgusting things are coming out. Whether it's her incriminating herself or her talking about Melissa Moore going to a Schmeck's club with her husband and very casually talking about it with the guy who was arrested for CSPAM. Her buddy. Exactly, for his friend. And, there's a certain creator who was like, oh, they're just grasping at straws for anything right now. What? What? How is this grasping at straws? It's there. We're listening to it. Don't, telling, again, it's we throw around the term gaslighting a lot, but telling something they're not hearing what they're hearing is gaslighting. Don't say, oh, well, she meant it like this. Well, then I can say a lot of the things that Nick meant to say. He said kind of, Nick didn't have the best communication skills, and he meant to say certain things that came out wrong. So don't go into what she meant to say, because I can go toe to toe with you on that one. And Ryan's just pathetic. Ryan said we needed them when they are just, well, he's going, nobody needs he still thinks they're breaking some kind of privacy law. And they're not. I'm sorry. These phone calls were legally obtained. They're legally obtained through a FOIA act, especially, in Missouri, they also have a sunshine law, which basically means anybody has access to anything. If they're obtained legally, yes, they can be released by anyone. If it was obtained by a prison guard or some other third party, if they got leaked in a way, okay, that could be illegal. But using the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act law that we have in this country to find out what a prisoner said on phone calls is just, it's 100% legal. I've been following the Mackenzie Skirla case since it happened, and her phone calls have been on from the start, and at least her and her mother are smart enough to talk in like gibberish. They all forget what they're doing. They all forget that they are on the phone with a prisoner, and she's a prisoner. And flexing about money, talking about Schmeck's and her period nonstop. It's like, what is she doing in prison? What was she doing? Is that how she was improving herself so much? Yes, thank you for the follow and oh my God, they're extremely ignorant, and they like being in the show because this is her fans. This is the first brush with any kind of fame they've ever had. Hey, morning, Boston. This is the kind of little touch of celebrity they've ever gotten, and the fangirling. These are mostly women who fangirl, who want to they're not noticed by anybody in real life. So if a semi-celebrity or somebody people notice them, they go all in. They are all in. And they've been quiet, at least that I know. I haven't been looking, but they can't. Well, they're teens, yeah, but her like stands, the FBI. I'm sure they're in a conclave figuring out how to spin this. Again, it's like, oh, yeah, they're at this slow think tank going, all right, well, she said this, but we got to say she really meant this. Not that I know of. I know Morbid went live last night and they were in the chat, I think. I don't know. I cannot stomach watching more than 3 minutes. I think some of them were in the chat, but he's so boring now. He just doesn't have a panel, just talks shit about other creators. I don't know, man. It's the end of work. Yes, I did see the video of her getting Botox. She keeps trying to put that lipstick on a pig. What can I say? She keeps trying. And that, looks are very, very important to her. If you heard the, yeah, I can't sit through a lot of them. Yeah, some of them are hard to listen to. The ones that, again, when she's really on like when she was fat shaming Ryan, that was hilarious. I'm sorry, that was hilarious. She was being so funny. No, she was using her real voice, like no baby talk. She was ordering him around. And she was like, I just want to look good for you. Appearance is very important to her. She has to look a certain way and she wants people around her to look a certain way, or the man she's with. So his weight, and by the way, she came out thunder thighs and all. She was no skinny marink herself when she was telling Ryan all of this. And she knows nothing about health and wellness and fitness and nutrition. She doesn't know anything. Yeah, she was a thunder thighs. And she could easily fall back into that too. We know what her mom looks like. But so that was projection. But I don't want to hear. Here's another thing. I don't want to hear about us fat shaming anybody anymore. I don't want to hear about the use of the R word when you were on a panel with somebody and, oh, someone used the R word and you didn't say anything. Oh, yeah, well, Gypsy laughed her ass off at the R word when Ryan said it. So talk to your girl. Okay? I don't want to hear it again. I don't want to hear that you guys somehow hold this like moral high ground. Yeah, you're using it for now, and if you want, well, to me, I don't think I have my feelings about it. I just don't think it's. I believe it's a choice, not a neurodivision, not an actual, neurodiversion or autism. I think when you act that way, you're choosing it. Sugar. Oh, I mean, I could get into the whole sugar thing. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that. Shannon, did you mean to come up? I don't know if you meant to come up. No, I didn't think so. It's so hard to tap and not request. No, don't apologize. It happens all the time. I do it all the time when I'm tapping. When I'm tapping. Guys, if you're not following, is it Boston 55? Boston, is that your live? Yeah, actually, Boston's a good person to ask. Has the FBI said anything lately? I don't know. You're the one who does all the recordings on YouTube. Yeah, it's Boston 55. And she does all the recordings of all the Gypverse conversations, not, no, with no bias. She just posts them as is. I mean, some of her titles might be a little biased, but that's all right. There's no, commentary or anything like that. Oh wait, we're all disgusting. Of course, here's the spin, and this kind of was Ryan's thing too. We're all disgusted for oh, have a good time at work. You're disgusted. Well, they're out there. What do you want? I mean, that's Ryan's whole thing too. Ooh, who's the pervert who put those out? No, you're the pervert who put those out. To be quite honest, you are disgusted. Well, like they wouldn't do it too. First of all, they do listen to them. They lie because remember how they didn't read any of the emails, any of that stuff. They didn't see any of the videos. No. But they all know about the email where she says she's not attracted to Ryan. So tell me again. Tell me again you're not hearing these things. Tell me you're not listening. Of course they are. They know. Yeah, it does everything ruins their narrative. I mean, hey, J-Ro. I mean, I'm just, well, yeah, it's like she could do no, she could come out and say, yeah, I, you know, my mother's schmurder was 100% my fault. I should have been in jail for life. And in fact, while I was in jail, I decided I was going to make some old heavy ladies my friends on TikTok who, and I think I'm gonna, do them in too. I'm not gonna do it myself. I'll get somebody else to do them in too. They'd still be fine. They'd still be like, oh, okay. And you're like, oh, sure. Do whatever you want, Gypsy. Because she was schmabused, which has fallen apart. Fallen apart. That narrative has completely fallen apart. She admits it. She admits it. And people, because I know they're going to dissect that call and be like, well, she didn't really say she was guilty. She said, they were, you know, I see it already. Yeah. Yeah, I can only listen to, because also the recordings are really bad in some of them. And I can't listen to Ryan. Oh my God. Because he's always just sounding like he's groaning, which is really gross. And the mois, I cannot. Just groans. And she just clocked him for still living with his mom in this one phone call. And didn't have a job, apparently. Yeah, good choice, Gypsy. Well, he was a pansy. He was her pansy for the homesteading. Yeah, he does talk to Pixie the same way. Poor Pixie. I don't think he takes Pixie out for walks. Seriously, I think he just lets her dump in the house. Because that would mean he'd have to walk. I don't know, Trailblazer. I don't know. And the fact that he thinks he's hot and walks around strutting that he's hot, it's like, dude, you are the most unattractive man. Well, yeah. Oh, and I just saw a call where she was talking with this guy about Ken and, insinuating that he's gay again. She was like, well, maybe he's living with a male lover. It's like, oh, gee, I wonder where we got that idea. That Ken was gay. From you. Well, and then of course they're saying the money. She's kind of confirming that she had 250,000. A lot of money. No, I'm not sneezing at that, but Listen, in this economy, you know how quickly, and you don't know how to handle that kind of money, you can go through that type of money quickly, quickly, especially if you're, just spending it on nonsense. That stuff that retains no value. And what has she bought that's retained value? She hasn't bought a home. Cars don't retain value. Hair extensions certainly don't. Right, it's all on herself. Her nose job, now her lip filler and her glow tox and her extensions. Yeah. Yeah, because that's really important. It's like, Gypsy, we know how you look, okay? We have pictures of you from what you really look like. It's kind of when Michael Jackson would deny having any plastic surgery. It's like, bro, you were a child star. We know what you looked like. Okay? Stop trying to throw the wool over our eyes. Who knows where the baby is? And, well, I think was it Case yesterday saying, yeah, there's no way they would let that girl alone with a baby. I'm sorry. I don't believe she has full custody of her. I really don't. Because she can't do anything. I mean, she's fully incapable of doing absolutely nothing. And she and Ryan deserve each other because they could do nothing together. And they're both perverse. They're both icky yucky. And Ryan wrote to her because he was attracted to her and wanted to write to her. Nothing to do with a bet. Produce that guy who oh right, and the dog, right, putting the dog in doggy daycare. I mean, they're rancid people. There's no one to root for here. There's no one to root for. That's the thing. It's like, and even the Blanchards, the one person there are two people I'm cool with. Dylan, who has wanted nothing to do with this from the beginning. That's her half brother. He's literally wanted nothing to do with this from the beginning. So we never see him. Mia, well, of course, everybody was rooting for the baby. And then Mia you could tell she is actively distancing herself. I mean, the whole inviting her friends to be bridesmaids and maids of honor. Where is Gypsy? Nowhere. Nowhere. I've never been in a wedding where a sister wasn't at least in the party, if not maid of honor. And doesn't talk about her, doesn't, I think, thank you, Boston. I think, she has completely stepped away. I hope she has. Oh, thank you. Yoga. And a lot of people don't understand battling, and it is crazy, that people, there are live pros, people who literally do this for a living, and TikTok considers them live pros. They make, I saw a battle, and summer is the big time for these big time battlers, these pro streamers, and I saw a guy win in one game, games are 5 minutes, one game, $7,000 in just one game. Oh, thank you, Boston. I love that crane. Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad for Andre's family, but you know what? I feel like Andre's family, I feel like they're really decent people, like law abiding, decent people. And I feel like they kind of stepped in and were like, yeah, no, we don't want any kind of association with that demon. I think they're like, no, because I just, it's not their fault. You know what I mean? It's like they have nothing to do with this. They are not related to her. They're related to their son, cousins, nephews, grandsons, future half sister. Not like they didn't know. Sorry, yeah, it's wild, man. Oh God, I know. I'm sure they're scared, but at least Mia's probably had to like talk them off a cliff and been like, yeah, no. I mean, maybe that's part of it. Maybe she's like, I don't want your family to think I'm, come from this horrible background. So I'm just gonna not go over there anymore. And it's great that you got to move out of the um out of the state. Well, whatever. I'm sure somebody else is gonna go live. I'm gonna drop down, I'm gonna jump on the treadmill, then go outside. I'm gonna get it all in today because I gotta work hard tomorrow. So all right, gang. Well, have a good day. I'm sure somebody else will fire up a live anytime soon because these calls, oof. It's like I'm too scattered. I need to get them in order. But have a good day, everyone. I'll see you on the streets.